Hello and welcome. This is Alchemistexe, and this is the weekly update for March 25th. This week we only have one job plus and one new memento, both of which are for Yauras. And I'm showing off the results of the job plus. We'll get into it a little bit more later, but I'll just say right off the bat, way less of a headache than Canon's job plus. You know, I'm just gonna say 1+ from now on, but just know that I mean job plus. It's beyond my threshold of silly. But another important thing is that Multiplay has officially been fixed. The ridiculously stingy compensation's been handed out, and everything that had Multiplay milestones on it, including Ank's job plus event, has all been extended for another week. So if you didn't get a chance to finish Ankh, then this is your second chance. As well as the other challenge boards that required Multiplay stuff, the Elemental Soul Shards and the one for Bud, etc. So that balance has been restored. Other than that, it's a pretty slow week. Not a whole lot going on. It is the last week of the month, though, so discount tickets are going to expire, and we'll cover more about what I think you should do with them when we do the banner overview. But yeah, that is about it. I just added this extra section just because the whole Multiplay thing really threw a wrench in a lot of people's process for this game. And it's just nice to know that, you know, a core part of the game is functional again. And just right, like, I don't know, this is not totally fitting in here. It'd be better off for its own video, but I want to say I definitely recommend getting Yauras's job plus, because she's really strong. Her kit got a noticeable upgrade from a stat level, but also just from a functional level. That preemptive counter is very fun. I love anybody with a preemptive counter, so that's just that. So yeah, let's take a more normal look into the content. Okay, so first let's start with Yauras's job plus. She is the woman of the week, so, and given how good her job plus is, I think she's definitely earned it. So much like Canon's job plus previously, very similar premise, only less units involved and way less RNG. So you just do this map, and then getting all of the milestones will get you the tokens and all of the equipment pieces. And so you just have to make sure that your Yauras is sufficiently beefed up to do it. Just if you, well, actually, you know what? Just as a case study, let me just show you guys my Yauras, and then that might give you an idea. I did use her leader skill from her memento, so she did not have any HP boosted. But if you need to be tankier, Catanova's normal pool memento leader skill is one of the best memento leader skills in the game, because it gives you HP and P attack, or I mean for physical characters, agility, area attack, res. It's just a bunch of good things in one package. So that's always a good option too. I saw at least one clear that had that. There's a lot of good clears on YouTube of it already, just almost immediately after reset they started showing up. So just off the top of my head, I'd say like Invofang or Sinkhal or a UCTM, they are all great content creators, so make sure to check them out if you need a little consultation on the map. But what you might expect your Yauras to look like to make it clearable, I have all of her gates maxed except for 6, and as far as runes go, just P attack. I just want P attack and P defense. I got some extra jewels obtained because that's sort of a weakness on her part. And then I got 1 slash mod on the Envy, but I didn't feel like grinding for more stuff because that whole process kind of drives me crazy. And there's only so many of those hammers. But yeah, so it's just Yauras. You just have to clear the map. And if it's hard, then you don't have to do it all in one go. You can barely clear it once and then try to get the no items afterwards. Unlock her job plus and then try it again when she's got better stats, because I'm sure even if you don't have everything mastered, you might be better off that way. But then also, as an added bonus, Canon's job plus is rerunning, so if you didn't get a chance to do it before, you can do it now, and with the added bonus of, since Yauras is much easier, you could bring Yauras into that and have an easier time. So the more of these Holy Guard class changes that come out, the easier it's going to make cannons. So if you are still struggling with that, it's going to get progressively easier and easier as time goes on. Honestly, though, in my opinion, the hardest thing about the cannon one is just the RNG. It's like, oh, Vera evaded that multi-hit attack like 3 out of 5 times again. Time to restart. Don't get me started on that. Is blah. Okay, so the next thing on the list is the Trial of Continuum. I've only done this level once so far, but it's kind of interesting. It drops these coins that you can use to get certain character shards like Zheng Yi, Roxanne, Cheryl, etc., as well as elemental shards if you're not interested in those units. It's the same map as the floor 100 of the Tower of Veda, and you just have to fight some waves of enemies, like normal dudes, Ratharis dudes, the global original units, the Vita Templars, and then finally Narrow Ainz and a beefed up demon. It's got a lot in common with Veda floor 100. I keep switching between Vita and Veda. Honestly, I don't know which one is correct. Veda sounds more right to me though. But sometimes when you're on a microphone talking fast, different pronunciations come out. just ask Otima/Altima. Oh, not really relevant to this at all, but ever since I watched the Alchemist Code movie, I've been saying Zine instead of Zane. Just fun fact. Okay, next up, the version up celebration is elemental shards now instead of character shards. But otherwise, same premise. Just easy free stuff. And then, oh, right, that's what it was. The elemental hard quests are also in session. So make sure to do these at least 3 times a day to get 10 shards of the matching element. But I just do them 5 times because you can get nothing too amazing. It's just normal pool units of the element. But also, if you need any of the gears that are featured, like nothing mind-blowing, but like Wonder Chrono, the Ring of the Bright Night is not terrible either. Legion God is really, really good. It's good to have a few of those lying around, especially because Agi 10 /res can be nice. So I think it's worth just doing 5 times every day. If you've got event skip tickets, you can just skip it, and that's that. Oh, one more thing about Yauras, actually, because not everybody's been playing as long as I have, or, as long as most people. So if you're not a veteran of the game, you might be wondering, who Yauras is, or how do you get her to be strong enough to beat the level in the first place? And the answer to that is going to be in Sacred Stone Memories. So this is like another story outside of the main story. It's sort of like a prequel thing. I think originally it was its own game. I think that was called Dragon Genesis, and then eventually they just imported it in to Alchemist Code. That's my understanding. If anyone else has more information on Dragon Genesis, feel free to leave a comment. So all of the units pictured here are part of this storyline, and almost all of them, if not all of them, all have class changes related to it. So Yauras, the reason it's a job plus is because she had her job, then she got a job plus from Sacred Stones, and then now she's getting another job plus from the Hell map. And that's a pattern that all of the Holy Guard units are going to fit. Possibly others too, but like Orion might be in that category as well. That remains to be seen. So you just need to do the corresponding maps that will drop the pieces / the corresponding milestones associated with it. And since it's a permanent event, you don't have to worry about it. So if you're still clearing Sacred Stones, don't worry. The Yauras event will come back. I think all of them are going to rerun every time a Holy Guard character gets a class change. So yeah, that is it for that. Definitely recommend not just her, but all of the units, because there's quite a few instances where you need to use them to clear certain content, and they're just good units. So especially once you start getting memento leader skills for them, then you can just use them all together and just have a blast. But yeah, with that, let's move on to the banners. Okay, so let's talk banners. So you can't see it because I already did it, but there's a free daily get an item somewhere between reliefs or AP leaves, elemental shards, etc. I got a Greed Dyke one, so that's cool. But the first paid summon is a reroll for 5-star mementos, and everything is in the pool, so you're probably going to get like somewhere between 1 and 3 limiteds at most per draw, if you're lucky. It's a gamble and it's expensive, but if you're in like the medium to high spender category, this might be worth your while. Then we've got one that is the normal price, but you're only guaranteed 1 5-star. And they're all limited sacred stones. And then any 5 stars you get are going to be in this pool of 6. But I would keep in mind that most of the time you're only going to get that one guaranteed 5-star. So that's not going to help you out much. And if you did it and you got, say, Zines, that wouldn't be that great. It gives you a great skin, but it doesn't actually help Zine out that much. But you do get a relief with it, so that is kind of nice. So if you're a spender and you're a big Holy Guard person, then this might be worth your while. But for most people, if you have to be pretty discretionary with it, unless you really, really want Yaurases and a shot at it, or I would say maybe Catanovas, possibly even Bashini too. Otherwise, it's still a gamble. It's not as like universally good as the reroll one, but it's also less expensive. But next up is a Rainbow and Elemental Shards, where you'll get a total of 1,000. If you're in the position where you have lots of units, but you don't have a way to raise them and you want to, then this might be worth it for you. You can get a lot of shards out of it. It's 10 steps that are 1,000 each. So it's not super cheap, but it could be more expensive. I recommend that if you're in that position and you're really, really hungry for shards, that you do all 10 steps to get the most value out of it. I know that's not going to describe a lot of people, because most people are usually going to be more hungry for units or more hungry for mementos. So being comfortable enough to justify spending 10k on this, that's not going to describe most people, I think, but it might describe some people. So I would take note of that. Next up is another interesting banner. If you need gears, because it's a reroll banner for gears, and they're going to be 5-star, so you don't have to worry about the gold gear shards, using them up, that kind of thing. And there'll only be 4-star bases, which is nice. So you don't have to worry about getting like, 5-star poison rod. That's not going to help anybody. If there's a lot of gears that you want, this might be worth it. It's not like the most expensive thing. It's like 3,000 gems. Could definitely be worth your while if you've got your eyes on several gears. Garbage banner for Emrys and Eliza. Garbage banner for Red and Lilith. When Global is in session, all of them are potentially available in the Louise shop. And those banners suck. Next up is a pretty meh banner, in my opinion. All of these units except for Roxy and Zheng Yi are totally farmable. And we've gotten so many shards of Roxy and Zheng at this point that it would only be a small group of people, I imagine, that would really benefit from the shards that you can get via Selector on this banner. So it's hard for me to imagine it being worth what it would cost in gems. But if you really, really like and need Zheng or Roxy, then maybe. But I would say most people no. And then this banner is a no for everyone except the most new of players that have an extra 500 to round out normal pool. I say that every time. That hasn't changed. And then next up is a 2.5 banner for Global. This could be a good way to use discount tickets if you're looking for one. Especially if you already use Global units. Because even if you get absolutely nothing good on the banner itself, you get 200 coins per step, and then you can use those coins to get shards of units that you care about. But you do have to already own them. So if you're like 0% invested in global, then probably not the banner for you. You'd probably be better off doing maybe one of the memento banners below. But if you do care about global, I'd definitely say this is good. Even if you only went, you know, X amount of discount tickets, as opposed to doing the whole thing. Global on the whole is a little bit less scarce than Genesis, so I wouldn't advocate for always going to 1,000 coins every time in the same way. But in general, I appreciate the existence of the coins and it means to get shards that are otherwise kind of hard to get. Next up, we've got a 5-step banner for Setsuna's second limited memento. If you want it, go for it. It also gives a lot of summon coins if there's anything in the summon coin shop that you want. That could definitely help you out. It's a pretty good memento. I ended up getting it at Max Limit Break via a banner where it was like, get, you know, 6 copies of one limited memento, and then that was what I got. It's alright. Setsuna's got gate 6 now, so that's a +2. I'd say most people probably either already have it or not interested. But if you do have a bunch of discount tickets and you want this, then go for it. Next up is a banner for Yauras. If you want her new limited memento, then this is the way to get it. And then as an added bonus, all of the 5 stars that you get are going to be Holy Guard mementos. So that could potentially be kind of good. Especially if you're really big on Holy Guard units. And if you just have like 2 discount tickets and you don't care about getting coins for global shards, then this is a good way to throw some discount tickets as well. And then next up, the last of the non-old banners is one for the newer global units. Not as good as the above, in my opinion, because the pool is limited in the sense of these mementos plus some random Lustberg units. A little odd, but most of those are pretty good mementos. So if you missed your chance to grab one of these and you really want it, then, you know, usual 9-step, expensive but reliable. So then everything else is kind of on the old side. And then this special 10 summon with the 333 steps each is still around. I'm guessing it must be like 7 out of 9, or yeah, sorry, 8 out of 9. I don't recommend throwing tons of gems at this, but it could be nice to just throw maybe 1 step and just see what you get. And if you're lucky, you might get, you know, a hard memento or something like that. At the very least, it's cheap. And also, if you're still interested in either Bud or Judith's memento and you've got discount tickets lying around, you could always do this way too. Judith's memento is considered crazy good and one of the small group of mementos where even if they're normal pool, they are considered worth using reliefs on just because they're that good at Max Limit Break. Just because giving Judith buff duration +1 is crazy awesome. So yeah, that is it for the banners. Next up, I'm going to do a little bit of summoning. Okay, so to start things out, I'm going to do 1 step of the special 10 summon that's 333. I've had like 0 luck on these so far. I've just kind of done them randomly here and there throughout last week. And the best I've gotten is just, I don't know, a few hundred vision coins. So let's see if this result is any different. Oh, also I checked, and there's not really anything good in the summon coin shop. So unless you really, really want Blitz, I can't say that. Oh, look, a 5-star memento. But yeah, unless you want Blitz, there's not really much there. So that's a little less of an incentive. I'd say, I guess if you want Smile in the Dust Cloud, then that's your incentive. The summon coins are just kind of there. I wonder if this will be an extra fun thing where any of those many yellows that spawned turned red. And the real question is, vision coins or not vision coins? Yeah, we've gotten so many tickets, like from the raid event and like buying them from the raid coins. etc. And with the exception of Bud's memento, which that was pretty awesome, other than that, it's just been like all vision coins all the time. Hey, that's not vision coins. That is one that I am working on getting max limit broken, because I use dry quite a bit because, you know, Veda Templar. So yeah, that's not bad. Not like mind-blowing like getting Zahar's or Judith's or Ewan, I guess. He's pretty fun to use. But yeah, that's alright. I'll take it. So the next thing that we're going to do is I have one discount ticket I would like to get rid of. So I'm going to throw it down on this 2.5 for the global units. All right. We'll see what we get here. I would very much like to buy some shards for Lilith, so that's where these coins are going. It's nice that they start at, oof, that's nasty. Literally all blues. Literally the worst result that you can possibly get. But that's okay. Because they're at two coins per shard right now. So I can get a decent amount for her. Just because I'm in a weird place in Thunder. Where even though she's also a missile unit like Roxy, I'm kind of tempted just because I have so little else going on in Thunder. Yeah, so that is going to do it for now. Okay, so I've decided to do the reroll banner. I was $30 away, and thank you, stimulus check, I guess. Putting it to very, very good and productive use here. So yeah, I'm going to do the reroll banner. There are a few that, if I get the Saga one, that's an immediate stop. As well as other mementos that I really, really want include, like, Catanovas, Shion, Asuka. I definitely take Iconas. But yeah, let's see what we get here. Oh, I see it downloading. That's always interesting. Wonder if it'll be one of those one and done results. I've not done too many of these. I remember I did one on YouTube once before, and then like a long time before I started YouTube, I think I did one there. Let's see, Aisha's. But other than that, yeah, they're... Oh, that is Rosa's Halloween memento. Didn't have that one. Lila. Oh man, I just realized this is going to be a really long video. All the extra parts. Oh, Natalie. I'm guessing the only new one would have been Rosa's because it only had one downloading. Oh, Minario's. That's pretty good. Oh, the Reimei one. That's cool. Iniku, I have that one limit broken already though. Pretty good result all in all. Judith. All right. Well, we're done. That's it. This is officially crossed the threshold of oh, well, look at that. It double crossed the, I mean, you can only cross it once, but it double crossed the threshold because, yeah, that's, I was mentioning those earlier, and Lamia's there too. Yeah, all right, this is 100% a confirm because just as far as normal pool mementos go, that was a huge win with Judith and Zahar. Those are considered relief worthy. And then Reimei, I like a pretty decent amount, and I'm curious to see how much that elevates him. Rosa as well, and I get the fun skin to go with it. So sadly, the Saga memento continues to elude me, but I can't deny the goodness of this result. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that. Oh, I use Minario as well, so that works for me as well. Okay, so this is it, the real ending of the video. Hopefully all of you have good luck, and I will see you all next time.